Can't believe this. I'm always going through something. Ugh, it's so irritating. Someone said something to my inbox yesterday on Instagram, and you know how the meta box is at the top of your screen, and it's something like a Google where you ask it questions. And the girl started asking questions about the adoption of Lewis, and it was speaking about Sandra. And somehow it came up that it's she. I don't know. She paying the media to do this. Where's my other phone? Let me pull it up correctly. Like I just can't believe how is this woman getting away with stealing my son? It's been 16 years. How is she lying to the world, telling the world that my son is 14? And on this video, play that. On this video, the people are saying I tried to get in contact with them. I left an inbox. Nobody is responding to me, but it is messed up because where's it at? Let me just. Corner black. I have a level of defense that millions of mothers have. Sandra Bullock, the celebrated actress known for her roles in blockbuster films and philanthropic efforts, has long kept her son, Lewis, out of the spotlight, protecting him from the scrutinizing eyes of the public. Mm-hmm. But now, the once adorable child has blossomed into a young man, even though many do not know what he looks like. A recent public appearance has given the world a rare glimpse of him, which has sparked widespread interest and speculations. Fans are starting to notice an uncanny resemblance between him and a prominent celebrity. As Lewis's grown face is finally revealed, the internet has been in a stir about this revelation. Why is Lewis's public appearance causing such a stir? Yeah, let me pause that. Now they're trying to say that his public appearance is causing a scare. I guess it is causing a scare. You want to know why it's causing a scare? Now they just said it on this interview right here. Reason why his face is grabbing so much attention is because good morning, Mikey, how are you? It's because he has an identical twin brother. They look just alike. Okay. And I've been saying this story since 2008, and no one is hearing me out. You have a great day too. I will not stop speaking about my stolen child. My child been stolen in the year 2008 out of MidStar Washington Hospital Center, Northwest Washington, D.C. Tell tell me, how would you guys feel working, you disabled, but you have a daughter and your daughter's pregnant. So you went to go get work so you can get your daughter and my grandchild out of the ghetto. So I started working at Papa John Pizzas on Pennsylvania Avenue, Southeast DC. Then I worked at the Ballpark Stadium in Southwest DC. And at the stadium I had a lot to do under my position. I was a staff manager. I was prep one, prep two, grill cook, money girl, cashier girl, and a certified bartender. So on the date of April the 17th, 2008, it was not my day to work. I was called in on my day off to cook for Pope Benedict at the Nats Ballpark Stadium. The black people. Haha. Anyway, so I got called in on my day off, and I got fired on my day off. I got fired on my day off because I kept going to the restroom, not knowing that I was pregnant and not knowing that I was in labor. I kept going to my primary care doctor the whole time, asking for help, telling him the pain in my body. I kept experiencing stuff. They kept lying, saying it was my thyroids. It was a thyroid issue. I'm not pregnant. I couldn't have kids. The whole time I was pregnant with twins and never had no medical treatment. I was denied medical treatment. So, me getting fired on my day off, I was rushed by ambulance and they gave me an ultrasound. In that ultrasound, on the monitor, I seen two babies. Very big, ready to come out. So I said to the nurse, I said, that's weird. I said, my doctor told me I couldn't have kids. So am I looking at two babies right here? Like, what is really going on? So she moved the monitor with an attitude problem and she walked over to the counter and called the doctor. These doctors come in the room, like two doctors and a couple of nurses. It was like, we have to wheel you to labor and delivery stat. You and your babies aren't gonna make it. And I'm like, huh? So as she's telling me this, Dr. Lorraine Gillian, I'm like, okay. So I tried to pull my phone out to call my cousin, Bronya Hughes. I was gonna call her to let her know what was going on. She's my emergency contact. So when I went to pull my phone out, the doctor snatched my phone from me. How can you snatch my phone? Like I never known a doctor to do that. So as they're wheeling me down the hallway, I began to see like flashing lights. So as I get a little closer, I then see a celebrity. So I see Sandra Bullock in the hallway with photographers taking pictures, and I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, Dad, this woman is snatching my phone. I can't even take no picture. I can't get nothing. So I was a little upset, but I didn't know why this in particular celebrity was here. But she was standing right outside the operating room that I was in. So when they began to open my stomach and perform my emergency C-section, the first baby that came, they pulled out of my stomach had a head full of hair, black baby, handsome, and I never got a chance to hold him. The doctor walked over to the table as if she's gonna wipe him off and then bring him back. Instead of her bringing him back to me, she runs out the room, my baby crying. I never got a chance to hold my baby, touch my baby, name my baby, smell my baby, or change a pamper. That is sad. Like I'm just so hurt right now. Like I've been going through this for 16 years now. I've been telling my same story. I'm gonna keep on rolling my story because it hurts like hell. Mm, mm, mm. So yeah, so this doctor is named Lorraine Gillian. This happened to me in 2008. After I experienced this incident, I was still at the hospital. The next day, I kept calling 911. Same time they put me in my room, I called 911. The next day, I called 911. Then they pushed me out the hospital doors. They sent me home with a home health aide. That lady was poisoning me. Come to think about it, she was making my food. She was pouring me stuff to drink out my home. And for some reason, my body wasn't feeling right. Like it just felt like I was going to die, and I kept getting sick over and over again. So, no matter how sick and how bad I felt, I still went straight to the courthouse to file documents on medical malpractice and to file documents saying that they kidnapped my child. This nurse was just like a demon in disguise. She was an African. Her name was Rima. Um, she stopped at her house on the way to my house, and I stopped her there. She went to go get something at her house and leave the door open for her son, she said. So I said, okay, I had no problem with it. She had me sitting in a hot car forever. Like I would say, I was sitting in that car for like 20 minutes, and then I had to use the bathroom and stuff like that. And I was thirsty. It was hot as hell outside that day. So me called her phone and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Come on upstairs to use the bathroom." So when we come up there to use the bathroom, she shows me where it's at. I use the bathroom. I wash my hands. I come out. Then she's pouring me something. I'm watching her pour it now. Now I'm watching her pour me something to drink. So it looked like some Kool-Aid or something, man. So me drunk it, and I'll say as soon as I drunk that, like less than 2 seconds, me just dropped dead to the floor, man. It felt like I was paralyzed. Me couldn't move my body. I just couldn't feel. anything or see anything. I can hear, but I couldn't feel or see. So I was kind of frustrated. Like, I didn't know. And all I could do was just lay there and pray to God. And I just heard different voices, different voices. So it was different people inside the apartment. When I finally woke up, it seemed like I was picked up and carried down 3 flights of stairs. And when I woke up, I was placed in my car and my face was gashed open. Like when I woke up, it was like blood spilling in my eyes and everything, and I could barely see. And I'm like trying to wipe my face. And when I wipe my face, I just see blood everywhere. My clothes ripped off. And I'm like, oh my God, what in the world? And I'm like, I just had a baby. Like, who would do this to me? Like, this didn't make any sense. And only thing I could think about was my son, who is Malik. Lewis is his identical twin brother. So at the time that this tragic incident happened to me, my son was with my Aunt Teresa and my mother. And so all I could think about was I just kept seeing my life go before my eyes. So I just kept saying, damn, I'm not gonna make it. I just want to see my baby one more time. And I prayed to God and I drove and I kept passing out behind the wheel and I had to pull over. And then I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not getting no better. It's like I'm getting worse by the day. So I'm like, I wonder if I'm going down. Not like what's going on. So I kept praying. I made it to my mother's house by the grace of God. Miss stumbling, walking through the door, bloody and all. My mother was like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I was like, "Mommy," I was like, "It was the nurse, man." I said, "It was the nurse." I said, "Mommy, they've been trying to kill me ever since me filed them court documents about them stealing my baby." I said, "They've been trying to kill me off." And they was like, my mother was like, "That's sad, that's sad." And he was like, "Come on, let's go to the nurse house." And I'm like, "Mommy, I'm not in no condition to go nowhere." I said, "I just want to lay in my bed. I feel like I'm just going to die." So I got my baby, I got in the car, I made it to my apartment. I passed out in the parking lot once again. About time it jumped up, I was like, my baby. And I turned around and my son was still in his car seat, locked up. And so I got out stumbling. I got the clicked the base out the car seat, grabbed my baby, and I'm walking into my building. I see the housing police right there. But if they see someone stumbling inside their home, place of residence, and you see them covered in blood, and you see them like they got beat or something, the first person you should have called was who? You should have called the ambulance. Why was CPS called? Me not understanding. If you see somebody tore up like that, why you didn't call CPS? I mean, why you call CPS and not the ambulance people? So next thing you know, me had CPS at my door. Mhm. I answered the door. I walked her through my house. She was like, "It's got to be a crank call." Da 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 da. So she was like asking me, "If you don't mind, what happened to you? I see you bleeding very badly." And I was like, "Oh." I tried to explain to the CPS worker. I said, "Well, they kicked me out of the hospital. I said I just had I just had a baby and I have staples in my stomach. I don't feel good." I was like, they stole one of my kids. They sent me home with this nurse and this nurse just raped me, robbed me, beat me, and poisoned me. And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear this. Order to care for yourself. You need to order to care for your kids, you have to care for yourself first." So she was like, "What a beautiful baby," and talking about how handsome he was. Then she specifically told me to go to the she said to wrap my baby up and go to the hospital and get the proper help that I needed. So I carried the baby, went to the hospital. I waited in the emergency room. By the time I got back into a room, then you see the a doctor, Caucasian man coming into the room. He's asking me questions and he asked me, "Well, what brings you here today?" And I specifically told him exactly what brought me there. I said, "Well, basically, sir, Told him that my baby was stolen out of the hospital. The nurse that they sent me home with because me kept calling 911. She raped me, robbed me, beat me, and I don't feel like myself. So it seemed like she poisoned me with something. I don't know. I'm telling him everything that was really going on, and he said, "Okay, hold on," and left out the damn room and was gone for like 20 minutes. We want to be exact. So I passed out again inside the room after changing my newborn baby. I changed his pamper and locked him back in his seat. Passed out in the room. Next thing you know, I felt something like someone in my presence. So me jump up and me see this man with funky underarms stole my baby and ran out of the room, and him say CPS. Then they come in there with all these doctors saying that they wanted to that's my secret, saying that they need to hospitalize me for something. I said for what? They said, oh, we got to do some type of exams and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, the whole time, no fucking exams. What they did was they linked me to a fucking psych ward against my will. And then um I had passed out. When I woke up inside this hospital, I seen a camera inside the wall watching me. That's violating HIPAA rights, violating my privacy. First of all, even if you're behind those closed doors, you're never supposed to have a camera in no one's room. That is a lawsuit. So the camera was watching me. I felt very uncomfortable. As I began to sit up, I felt this paper like falling off like my stomach. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm okay. So I went and I picked the paper up. I started reading the paper, and it was like, "Hi, Miss Kauser, you do not belong here. Um, you're not crazy at all. You have visitors today." So they was like, when your lawyers with an S at the end, meaning more than one lawyer, when your lawyers get here, make sure you tell your lawyers to tell the detectives to get a warrant for Nurse Rima's home because we found out what she poisoned you with, and she poisoned you with crystal meth. And then I was like, what the fuck is crystal meth? I don't know what crystal meth is. And the only thing she did was give me Kool-Aid to drink. So it was inside the Kool-Aid. So it was a liquid form of crystal meth. We don't know. But that shit is nothing to deal with. Like that was crazy. I thought my life was gone before my eyes. And they said I did not belong there. They said the medicine that they were giving me was to treat what they say to treat two STDs that I was given with staples and stitches in my stomach. And then they say the other medicine was an antibiotic because they had to staple my stomach back together again after I was raped and beaten by this nurse. All this shit is a set up. If you guys are following my story on all the other platforms, this is a setup. This is how it all started. Like they were putting obstacles in my way so that the time limit could run out so I could be. They were trying to run me crazy. They were trying to run me scared. They were trying to kill me since 2008. They have been traumatizing my life in every way. They have been putting so many obstacles in my way to make me go crazy. Just like my therapist says, she never in her life, no matter how long she been giving people therapy, she never met no one that goes through so much shit all at once, all by themselves, and can still maintain in the world and still maintain and take care of your kids. She said, don't let nobody tell you different. You're a strong black woman. You are a walking trophy. She said, just know that. This is my same therapist that's been my therapist for 10 freaking years. 10 years, y'all, and she's been investigating this for the longest time. I have signed medical release of information when I first linked her as a therapist. Miss signed medical release of information. That's meaning they supposed to get that lady the records right then and right there. You understand that? At least in 3 days, 3 business, you supposed to give up them records. Why they didn't give my therapist my medical records up until I'm gonna say 2000 and let me see, because she passed away from cancer. God rest her soul. Her name was Deidre Ramos. She's my therapist for almost 11 years. She died of cancer, I would say maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And she wrote a letter, typed it up, and signed it, stamped it, and all that, and told me to protect this letter with all my might. And whenever I do get a lawyer, to make sure that this letter gets to the judge. And the letter is practically saying what I've been saying, that my medical records are missing. Okay, my ultrasound picture was never given to me. Then it's automatically supposed to be an ultrasound in the Fume Library. It's automatically supposed to be an ultrasound in your medical records. Where the hell is my ultrasound? Why are they denying me my ultrasound? Because they know they stole my baby. That ultrasound showed twins, you guys. That's what I'm telling you guys. And then when my cousin and my auntie was hospitalized at the same hospital, Mid-South Washington Hospital Center, in the year of 2015, they both was hospitalized there. My aunt Moore and my cousin Dolores. Both was on the same floor, 3 doors down from each other, right across from the unit I was at when I had my baby. That gave me a lot of flashbacks. That really scared me, and it really, had me having visions and flashbacks. And I was shaking in the hallway, and a gentleman asked, "Was I okay?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't like this hospital. It gives me the creeps because I shouldn't. That never should have happened to me. They never should have stole my baby." And they're trying to cover this shit up. And something keys popped up. This girl texted me, and this is a woman that's supposed to be claiming she's the biological mama Lewis, and she signed her over to Sandra. That is a lie. That is a freaking lie. And why did Sandra come up with three different stories on one little black boy? The first story was Michelle Bombshell, the lesbian. Number one, I was the biggest lesbian in Washington, D.C. I was dealing with a lot of females back there. I had the party house for the lesbians, and I had a lot of lesbians living with me, taking care of a lot of people and stuff like that. So she said that Michelle Bombshell, the lesbian, gave her the baby inside the hospital worth $1.1 billion. First of all, I never gave this woman my baby. I never even known I was pregnant. And if I did, where the fuck my money at? Because I damn sure don't have none. Okay? And the second story, she said that she adopted that baby from Africa, right? And then I don't know if the videos are still up, but if you do some digging and some research and try to find a video with her coming off an airplane from Africa, faking like she just brought that baby from Africa for a publicity stunt. hmm That was on here or wherever it was at. It was Google it, try to find it because I didn't already seen it. And so, if you claim you bought that baby from Africa, adopted that baby from Africa, then why, when I run into the doctor in the year 2015, visiting my auntie and my cousin at Mid-South Hospital, I seen that doctor, Dr. Lorraine Gillian. Remind you guys, when my baby was stolen in 2008, Dr. Lorraine Gillian performed my emergency C-section. I don't even know this lady, never even heard of her, right? So she performed my emergency C-section. After she did that C-section, she vanished. She vanished. She was gone like for several years. Me never seen this woman. Me just ran back into her in 2015. And then me almost crashed my car. Forgot to put the motherfucker in park, trying to run to this doctor. And by the grace of God, I saved my car and I ran back. And I was, "Excuse me." I was like, "Hi." I was like, "Do you remember me?" She was like, "No. Do I know you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you surely do." I said, "You did my emergency C-section in the year 2008." I said, "Y'all put me out the hospital, sent me home with a nurse who tried to kill me." And I was like, "You stole my baby." I was like, "All this is linked together." And I said, "I'm gonna go to the news station. I'm gonna go to the FBI, everybody." I said, I threatened her with everybody. And I told the doctor, I said, "I'm gonna go to everybody and expose what you guys did to me." And she pacifically, shed a little tear or whatever out her eye. And she said, Mm. Well, I do apologize. Back then, I was in need of money. I was going through some problems, and hey, yeah, it didn't look like he needed two babies at the time, and yeah, I'm so sorry. Then she told me to meet her the next day. She told me that my baby was with Sandra Bullock. She told me she got paid millions of dollars to steal my baby, and she told the truth. And I already knew the truth before the doctor even told it to me. So this the funny and weird thing. The doctor told me to meet her the next day at the hospital so she could give me some evidence. She felt sorry for what she done to me and she want to make things right. I supposed to been meeting Dr. Lorraine Gillian at the hospital to get my ultrasound picture and to get my baby's footprints. I don't even have Malik's footprints. Okay, I don't even have the ultrasound picture. Nothing was given to me. And I've been trying to get my stuff forever. Even my son that lives with me, birth certificate is wrong. Malik birth certificate is wrong. If anybody take their time and Google when did Pope Benedict come to the Nats ballpark stadium, I guarantee you that Google is going to pull up that Pope Benedict was here in Washington, D.C. in the year 2008, the month of April. It is not going to say June. And why do I say June? Because that's what the hell they got on my son birth certificate, June 17th. Pope Benedict was not here in Washington D.C. in June. He was here in April. So right there, that's a lie. That right there, my medical records are saying June 17th. That is a lie. That's a 2 months different from my twins' original birth date. Their original birthday is April the 17th. They have June 17th. 2 months different now. Just peep the game out. So Sandra Bullock is telling the world that Lewis is 14, right? Now, I'm a mama. I went through pain and I carried twins for 10 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days pregnant with no medical treatment. And to be told that I'm crazy and I cannot have no damn kids. And I went through all this pain for them to steal my motherfucking baby and think they gonna get away with this shit. She done got away for 16 years now. Now it's time for this bitch to be locked up because I'm tired. I'm stressing. So in reality, a mother knows her child. And I know my son, my twins, my twins are 16, sweet 16. So Sandra is saying that Lewis is 14. That's a what? 2 years different, right? So 2 is what? 22. Then if you go back and Google Louis Berto Bullard, because when I Googled Louis' name, a grown man popped up, a basketball star that's from Washington, D.C. If anybody interested in numbers, because I am. Now just hear me out. The birthday is wrong 2 months from the original date. Louis' age is wrong 2 years from his real age. And then you Google Louis Berto Bullock, which Sandra Bullock named my son. Then when you Google that name, a grown man pop up, a basketball star who's married with kids, and he's wearing the jersey 22. That is confirmation. Some confirmation right there that what I'm saying, I'm telling the truth. That's confirmation that she stole my child. If y'all don't know about celebrities, y'all better get with the program. These people are crazy. They money hungry. They sell their soul just to stay with money. They delete their family members, sacrifice their family members just to stay rich. I mean, this is some crazy stuff that this world going through. But yes, I'm dealing with Satan's personal assistants. Like this woman is wicked. She's with the Illuminati. Like I'm not scared of them. I'm gonna speak my story because I want my child home where he belongs. He belongs with his biological family and his identical twin brother. and she was there at the hospital. What more proof do anybody need? This woman was there at the hospital. Why, when you Google the article, it's not saying why she was there? If any other celebrity or rapper goes somewhere in this world and you're somewhere, you best to believe it's going to be an article posted why you're there. What are you doing? Are you donating money? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? It's no article saying why Sandra Bullock was at MedStar Washington Hospital Center in Northwest Washington, D.C. A lot of people think I'm crazy because they saying, hey, if you didn't know you was pregnant, then how would Sandra Bullock know? Money talks, motherfuckers. Stop acting like y'all retarded. Please stop acting like y'all retarded because money talks. This woman is rich. She could play this role. This is why she's denying to take the DNA test. She don't want to take the DNA test. Why? If I'm screaming her name for 16 years and everybody's claiming I'm crazy or I'm harassing her, why she ain't sue me? She's supposed to sue me, right? I've been screaming the same story for 16 years. If I'm so much of a PCP addict or a crazy person, me live here on a drug strip. Understand this shit. They ripped my voucher up in my face, never even let me use my voucher, man. Me still fighting over 30 years for a Section 8 voucher. They left me and my kids in the ghetto to die. Yeah, man. They left me here thinking that I'm a weak individual, thinking that all the trauma and hurt they have put me through and tried to kill me over the years because me keep telling my story. But see, God got me here for a purpose, man. They have tried to kill me several times. The last time they tried to kill me, they still didn't succeed, man. Every time they have tried to kill me, Miss still standing. Obviously, they didn't do a good job, man, because Miss still here raw my truth. And me gonna continue to roll it. Even if I have to die doing it, I'm gonna roll my damn truth because me not scared of nobody. And the truth need to come out. They have tormented my fucking life for too long now. And it hurt. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. They damaged my body. I'm in chronic pain for the rest of my fucking life, young. I'm in chronic pain for the rest of my life. My body goes in and out. I collapse. I hit my head. I fall down these stairs. I'm cooking for my kids. And I pass out on the stove. That's not no shit to go through, young. I never in my life had these problems, young. They tried to kill me, young. They fucking fucked my body up. And I have to go through this pain for the rest of my fucking life. This has stopped me from doing activities with my kids. This has stopped the name that I was given when I was a little girl. I was labeled the original dancehall queen of Jamaica. That's because me can dance. I've been dancing all my life, man. All my damn life. And me been labeled the original dancehall queen of Jamaica. And now me in so much pain here in America. Me be in so much pain. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It just feel like I'm not even human no more. I know they have tormented me. They did something to me. I, I wouldn't even be. I wouldn't even be. What I want to say. They probably didn't put something in me, a chip, like to where they say they clone people. I don't feel like I'm human no more. My body feels so freaking weird. And for my kids' fathers to say the same shit, like, damn, girl, you like a robot. Like, you just, like, I be in so much pain, young. If rain, I can't move. If my kids turn the AC on, I can't move. The fan on, I can't move. If it's snow, I can't move. If it's cold, I can't move. When I go outside, I can't breathe. My kids the same fucking way. Like DC don't have shit to offer me. They have tormented my fucking life, young. I just don't understand. And then they refuse. No lawyers would take none of my cases to where all my shit been past the statute of fucking limitation, man. All my cases are big, gigantic cases, and nothing can be done because the statute of limitation passed, and no lawyer wanted to take none of my cases, none of my kids' cases, man. Pussy hoes, man. Me mad as fuck. Me mad as a motherfucking young. This world, the United States owe me their fucking life. Mysterious, man. They have tormented me. They tormented my kids. I'm hurting. I do have matching twins. Dr. Phil called me. They called me a minute ago. And they asked me to email them during the pandemic time. They was gonna fly me and all my kids out there. I said, yeah, we willing to take a COVID test. They had my wishes and dreams sky the fuck high. Then his producer, Sandy, I never forget her fucking name. She called me. Then she sent me an email. She say, yeah, man, email me some pictures. And do you have any medical documents? Do you have this? Do you have that? Miss said, me got some documents that my therapist found. And it say exactly what Miss saying. So I'm like, if I'm lying, then I even told the lady about me try to build more evidence before me go back to court to open my case back up, man. So me had to call the EMT department. Me called them, me talked to the manager, me talked to the supervisors. They put me on hold. Then they kept saying, oh my God, Miracle, that's your real name? I kept saying, yeah, man, that's my name, man. They said, oh, you must got a story behind you. And they was like, you must be an interesting girl because me not understanding why your paperwork, we don't have no papers for you. And I said, what? And I said, no, nah, man. I said, in the year 2008, I said, y'all gotta have some papers because me was sent by ambulance to the hospital. And the lady put me on hold again. Then she said, hold on. I held on. She came back to the phone. Then she said, I hope this can help you out, Miracle. We found one document, girl. One document. She was like, and I hope this is what you need. So I gave her my email address. And then when she gave me when she sent the email, me tried to open it. Me couldn't even open the email because I needed a passcode. So me immediately hurried up and called back to the ambulance department. And then me caught the lady again. So she had to give me the email address. So she gave me the not the email, she gave me the little passcode to open the email. So when we open the email, me looking on the ambulance report and it say transported. Then they got my name, all my information on there. Only thing about that is they got saying that I was like 14 years old. Really? I was transported by ambulance. They said I was 14 years old. I was transported on the date of April the 17th, 2008. So again, that's another evidence that's literally backing me up and my therapist up because I know when I had my son, and that was April the 17th. Pope Benedict came here April the 17th. I had my twins April the 17th. And so why is Sandra Bullock saying I don't have no control over it, Eve? They said who is Colleen Smith? Colleen was labeled the original dancehall queen after the fact that I was labeled. And she was born there. She's born there. I was labeled way before she was even labeled. So that's not no lie right there. But I'm just so frustrated because I want this woman to do the DNA test. If you have nothing to hide, and she swear the Almighty God that she went to a legal adoption agency and she had the real documents on adopting Lewis, then why not do the DNA test? Because you're not going to do the test because you paid for my son. You got fake documents. And now I just posted an article yesterday where somebody sent me, and you saying that this woman is Lewis' biological mama. And wait a minute. Let me pull up the name she said. This woman right here. This is what the little search is saying. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hmm. Let me go to these messages. Okay, my homegirl sent that shit. Where's her message at? Okay, so my homegirl sent it, and it's saying, let me just go to my little thing. Right here, the text message. Who is Danielle Key? My baby daddy was not there at no hospital when I was there. I was there all by myself. All by myself. Why would my baby father be there if I was at work at the stadium and then I was fired on my day off, got called on my day off and got fired on my day off, was rushed to the hospital. How can he possibly be there? Hmm? Please tell me. I ain't never say he was there. Um so this article say Danielle Key gave up her rights as a mom. Hmm. Signed the baby over to Sandra Bullock. How the fuck did you sign the baby to Sandra Bullock if that's not your baby? All this shit is a lie. Lie. Then the article says, okay, it talked about the nurse dying in her house. Sandra Bullock came out after the doctor's death on social media saying that she adopted Layla and Lewis from New Orleans and that's where she reside at. She did not deny no DNA test. She denied my DNA and she denied the court documents for a DNA test for 16 years now. So why is that article saying that she never denied a DNA test? See, all this shit is publicity. All this is publicity. I just want my son. I want the truth. The truth gotta come out because what's done in the dark shall come out to the light. Always, always. The truth had to come out eventually. I'm tired of waiting, and I feel as though I shouldn't have to wait until my son turned 18. I should be able to go to this woman's house and knock on their door and let him know that I'm his biological mom. Just because this bitch got money should not make pool for me to be suffering like this while she's living her happy everlasting life and I'm sitting here over here crying, trying to keep myself together and trying to maintain and stay strong for the kids that I have to, my kids that I'm have to be here for, and teach them right from wrong, make sure they go to their doctor's appointments at school and all that stuff. This ain't fair. This ain't fair that this woman get to traumatize my life and live her best life. Where we do that at? Like she has said in so many words that she knows she stole my child. She's literally saying it. Let me give you let me give you an example. Okay, she stole my baby in 2008. She come out with the movie The Blind Side in 2008, 2009. First of all, she goes and playful parts of roles of movies was happening in my life and then played a role in a movie. You said go get a lot of test. I'm looking at the comments too. Baby, sweetie, Miss Eve. I have called all the talk show hosts, okay? I've been calling them for 16 damn years. I don't have shit to hide. I've been calling them for a lie detector test. I am denied to be on their show. If you would like to know more, please go take your time, go to my Instagram page, look through my stuff that I have posted. You will see a screenshot, and then you will see what's the man, the bald head man used to be on jury, used to work for jury, Steve Wilkos. Yeah, Steve Wilkos. You will see his comment. I never even seen a celebrity comment on none of my stuff, and he was the first celebrity to comment on my stuff, other than Tiffany Haddish. But yes, Steve Wilkos commented, and I believe my title was I put a video up of my twins. I put a thing up about Sandra Bullock being there at the hospital. I posted all this stuff, and then I wrote a paragraph. I am the biological mom of Lewis. Lewis was stolen out of the hospital by Sandra Bullock and wrongfully adopted without my consent. I never signed no documents. I didn't even know I was pregnant. And so I said, somebody commented and was like, won't you go to Steve Wilkos? And I said, I had been to Steve Wilkos. And I was like, he denied me from being on the fucking show just like everybody else. So then he commented under my shit. I was surprised he did. And go look at it because it's still posted on my Instagram now. And the comment he made, and I don't want to lie, but I believe this is what the comment stated. Well, Miracle, if I didn't allow you on the show for a lie detector test, then you know it must be a good reason why. Then a lot of other people commented and was like, "Oh, Steve Wilkos just snitched on himself. He know you telling the truth. He know that's your baby. And even if he was to have me on the show, it's gonna pull Sandra Bullock out to be a liar because when that DNA test do come, it's gonna come out that's my child, and then he's gonna fuck around lose his fucking career. We're dealing with Illuminati. Hello, we're dealing with Illuminati. A lot of people say, "Oh, it don't cost money for a DNA test." Yeah, it really don't. It normally costs what, $100 for a regular DNA test. If you go through the courts and get a court order DNA test, that's like what, 700. But then I'm dealing with a celebrity that's denying to take the DNA test. A celebrity who's paying her way. She pays her way. She pays lawyers not to take my case. She pays judges to close the case. She had probably paid these doctors to do the damage that I am going through with my body right now. I know she didn't pay housing to break in my unit and to steal my evidence and to poison me and my kids. Who else gonna be doing all this? If I don't have no enemies, who else gonna be doing all this? Because I don't have company in my house. I don't party. I don't do none of that in my home where I lay my head at, where my kids gotta lay their head at. I don't beef. I live in the fucking hood where motherfuckers is up to no good 24/7. So if I'm in the hood and these bodies dropping and they're robbing everybody on site around this bitch, then who gonna break in here and not take all this good ass shit? Understand that. What's being taken is my son with the missing twin medical records, okay? His medical records were gone. The stuff with the evidence, that was gone. Then you had his birth certificate was gone, his social security card was gone. Then when we went to New Orleans to the courthouse there, I was dealing meeting up with a lawyer there. She asked me that I have evidence, and I was like, "Well, yeah." I said the originals are in my safe. As soon as I said that, burglary in progress, burglary in progress. Try to look on my phone, cameras went out. Who the fuck gonna pay for alarm system and have ADT watching your house, but you don't see who the fuck in my house? Make it make sense to me because it don't make sense. So, once again, she's paying people to do this stuff to cover her ass. Okay? Just like that doctor was murdered. Okay? They said she found dead in her house. Somebody did that so that doctor would not give me my ultrasound, my footprints. Cause see, she seen the light. She apologized. She cried to me. And she told me to meet her so she could give me what she took out of my medical records. But then the next day, she dead in her house. Come on now. Make it make sense. Yes, Miss Eve, they do this, and I'm very upset. I'm not giving up. I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. I'm not delusional. I know exactly what I know. And if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is look at the damn pictures. They're fucking identical. They're identical. The same haircuts. Okay, what about the collage that I posted? Is anybody paying attention? Go look on my page and look at the collage. The collage me I talk about is Sandra Bullock and Lewis on one side, when he real skinny with a short little haircut. Him got glasses on. I think they're holding hands coming down some stairs or something, right? The next picture will be my son, who is Malik. Now get this. That picture of Malik, that was his school pictures that I paid for. And me never got his pictures until a year later. And me kept demanding my son. I said, well, give me my money back. Why I got my other son pictures and not my other son pictures? Where the hell is his pictures at? They both supposed to came together. So the pictures wind up in California. I don't know nobody in California. Me never even been to California. Me don't even know how California look. You understand that? Me never been nowhere but Jamaica. That's it. So if I never been to California and the school that my kids go to is right out my front door, why is my son's school picture wind up in California and I never been there and I don't live there? Why is his pictures there? Then someone mails the pictures back to me anonymous. It had my address and stuff, and then it said California, no name, but mailed back to me in a folder. And then soon as me open up, cause my heart say, get on the internet. And when I feel weird things, God gives me hints and signs to know that I'm not lying. So me pull up on the internet, and then soon as the internet open up the Google thing, like underneath, it has Sandra Bullock there with a picture of Lewis. That picture. So me screenshot that picture. Then me cut one of my son's school pictures out. Me did side by side. First of all, like I said, his pictures wind up in California. So why did Sandra Bullock give Lewis that same motherfucking haircut that my son had, dressed him like my son, and then mailed the pictures back to me? Make it make sense. Y'all want to say I'm crazy? No, the shit she doing is crazy. She even said on Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett show. What she say? They kept asking her about Lewis, and she refused to talk about Lewis. She just really did not want to talk about Lewis. Then they kept on asking about Lewis. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna be taking all this time of my life and not living my life because I'm stressed out, I'm depressed, I'm hurt because I don't have my child. Who in a right state of mind is gonna not? Who is this? Who in a right state of mind gonna be fighting all these years and could be living a life doing stuff? You think I'm be stressing myself out? You think I'm be having flashbacks and visions? You think God making me have visions for nothing? I ain't lying. I ain't lying at all. This woman is lying. That's why she's blurting Lewis' face out. And then the next video that I was playing earlier in my live that been posted too, when someone's saying that Lewis is all grown up now. He's very, very tall. He's taller than Sandra, and he's way more average and smarter than his age. It was like he acts more mature, and I had commented that's because he's 16, not 14. People better get with this shit, man. That is my son, and I'm gonna get my son back. And then she knows she's gonna get locked up. She knows she's gonna get in trouble. And then after the first movie, The Blind Side, then she came out with the movie The Bird Box. Bird Box is about blindfold and stuff. And if anybody read my book and purchased my book, then you guys will understand more about where I'm coming from. And the only reason why I say you gotta get the book because you can get more details and put two and two together, put everything together all in one. So what I mean by the book thing is she came out with Bird Box, right? She has my son is like the birdie in the box. Now just think about it. The bird can't see nothing. All he could do is breathe little air because the bird was in the box. The movie is called Blind. What is it? Blindside or whatever. Bird Box. I mean, and you people blindsided. So she has Lewis blindsided by the world. Meaning, what I mean by blindsided is Lewis does not get on the internet. Okay, I have tried all of that. This is why I post my videos every day. I at least make sure out the day I post either one or more videos because I'm wondering and hoping that one of his friends will see one of my videos and let him know, hey, you got a real mom out there, you know? But no, that's why Sandra stopped her career. This is why she keep making comments to the media. Oh, I wanted to take time off of my work. I wanted to spend time with my kids. Why you think she did that? She didn't just up and do that. Sandra Bullock been an actor all her fucking life. Why would y'all think she just up and stop making movies and spending more time with her kids? Because them court papers hitting that ass. Y'all think I'm playing? It's hard to serve a celebrity. Matter of fact, you're not even supposed to have a celebrity's address. Am I lying about that too? Am I lying about that too? Because y'all know y'all got no damn celebrity address. We're not even allowed to have shit. You try to Google it, it ain't gonna even come up. But why was the email sent to me anonymously with all Sandra Bullock's mansions and addresses? This is how I mail her all the packages to all her mansions. I've been doing this what 11 years ago. So this woman, she been knew about me. She knows about me. She knows my address. She knows where I live at. Just like I said, when I leave my home, it's like marked cars be following us, vans, weird people with suits on. Like I be paying attention. I observe stuff. I think stuff just done for a reason, y'all. And her time coming. She know her time coming. That's why she took that time off of work. That's why she took her time off of work. She don't have Lewis on the internet or allowed on the internet because she don't want him to find me on here. He's gonna run into this because I even told her in the letter, I'm not giving up. You need to give me my son back. And to take heed to the shit, bitch, if you can't have no kids, all the money you got, you could have went and bought another child. But you think that my son is gonna love you even more after when he do find out? Because she had all the opportunity in the world. Now go Google again. No, don't even Google. Go on Facebook and type in Red Table Talk, Sandra Bullock. You're gonna see her on the show with Jada, her daughter, and her mother. She kept denying the fact about Lewis. Then when they asked her about Lewis again, she finally opened up. She said, "Well, I really want to talk about Lewis. Lewis was a secret adoption. I didn't like the way the adoption went down, and it was very secretive. And it's like he's been in this world before. He has a strong what is that? He's like an old wise man. Same thing they say about my son Bleak. The school says that about him. The doctor says it about him. His therapist said about him. So the same thing that said to my son that lives with me is the same thing she said about Lewis. Yeah, because my kids are very smart and intelligent. Very smart. And I didn't have no medical treatment. But for some reason my kids always come out interesting. Like have all their body parts and stuff and they're not fully developed. But the twins, I went 10 months, 3 weeks, 2 days pregnant with no motherfucking medical treatment. And they said PCP was in my system. So nothing's wrong with my twins though. Hmm. So get with that shit. But I'm so tired because this woman is lying. She's a liar. She's a liar. And I just want the truth to come out so fastly. So fastly. The truth needs to come out. I'm so hurt. I'm literally hurting every day. This woman is just a liar. And I caught her in so many lies. After on Red Table Talk, what else she say? She said she wrote Lewis a letter explaining to him about his adoption. She don't know how to give it to him, but she know her time is coming. Then in between that time, right before she got on Red Table Talk, she came out with another movie. And that was The Unforgivable, where something about she's supposed to went to jail for her sister in the movie um something about killing a cop, right? If anybody watched that movie. But like I said before, you have to read my book to understand what I'm telling you guys. What she did to me, she has a guilt trip for what she done to me. It's funny how she only picks the parts and roles in the movies what actually happening to me in real life. Then she goes and take that part inside the movie and then play it. Now that's some sick shit. Now that's a bitch y'all need to be calling crazy because I ain't crazy. That bitch is the crazy one. You understand that? She stole my baby, then went and played the blind side, took the role in the part in the movie after what she done to me in real life. Then she got my son blindfolded from the world. Then when he do come out, people see the difference. They see that he looks like the pictures that I'm posting on the internet. Now they just trying to make it seem like, oh, like they ain't peeping game, like they don't know what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna be silenced no more. They tried to kill me several times. I'm still talking. I'm not scared. They have raped me. I'm still talking. I'm not scared. They have put me on a psych ward, beat me, raped me. I'm not scared. I'm still talking. That is my son. And now DC is telling me can't file court documents here in the District of Columbia. And they're telling me that me have to go where my child resides at. Why is this bitch keep running from mansion to mansion? Do I have to go through all these loopholes when they know I'm on a fixed income disabled? Why are these lawyers now, after 16 years, now are telling me $50,000 for a retainer fee? What's SYC ward? What psych ward? Psych ward. That's I meant psych ward. So why do all this stuff? To try to make me lose my mind, but I still got my sanity. And God got me here for a reason. And he'll tell me every time I'm one of his strongest warriors. And he always tell me never give up, no matter what people say. You keep pushing forward and never give up. I'm not gonna let nobody stop me from growing my story when I know the truth. And this is the honest to God truth. The honest to God truth. Not only do Lewis looks like his identical twin brother, he also favors the youngest brother. They all look alike. They all look alike. So I'm not understanding, why do I have to struggle and fight for my own goddamn child? Now I can understand if it was the other way around and my child was stolen and I didn't know who stole them and I had to wait for them to find my child. But I know where my child at and I can't do shit about it. This not right. This is not right. It's not right, young. People want to know, how did I drive to her mansion in New Orleans? How I get the address? Like I told you guys, anonymous email was sent to me with all her mansions on that motherfucker, man. And so people wouldn't think I was crazy or I'm lying, making stuff up, and showed it to my. I said, Bomba Claus, she Jamaican too. She said, hey girl, where you get this from, man? I said, hey. I said, this shit was sent to me, man. She started laughing. She was like, that's some weird stuff. Like, that's creepy right there. She said, you're not supposed to have this. What in the world? So if I say stuff that happened to me, you only see in the movies, but it's really happening to me in real life. Real life is really happening to me, man. And we can't do nothing but stay strong and keep on fighting, keep on pushing forward, keep on praying, because don't no woman deserve to go through this. Don't no other mother. I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow, gold. Shouldn't nobody have to go through what I went through. What I've been through, it could kill you. And I don't think it's a lot of mothers out there that can really take this situation and ride with it and live day by day. Mm-mm. It's very hard. It's so freaking hard for me to live every day. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's so painful. It's just so much hurting. Like my son Malik, like him tell me, Mom, I'm in a dark place. And I'm like, boy, didn't I just buy y'all a wardrobe? Why you keep wearing all black, son? Like, what's up with you with this black, all black? When I buy you gear outfits, fresh gear outfits, and you come wearing the same black shit. Like, boy, really? Mine just don't feel right. It feel like half of me gone. It feel like a part of me missing. I just feel so down. He said, and he been like this. He gets like this a certain time of the year. This is the time of year he get like this with him act like he not my son at all. Him just act so weird and he gets so evil and wicked. And then like he'll just go in his attack mode, want to attack, and it's just very weird. And I have to deal with it. I really have to deal with it. And it's so stressful because I have to deal with his behaviors. Then I have to turn around and, you know, Pray for him because we been without a therapist for 4 years now. Since our therapist left the agency, we've been without a therapist. We still linked to an agency, but not getting the services we need. But they claim mental health matters. How is that when my son still has flashbacks? He's him say he had dreams where he screams and I jump up thinking something wrong, and he's talking about some mom just seeing somebody like look just like me, just talking to me just now. He said one time the boy was standing in his room, and I'm like, hold up, is that even possible? Like Lewis is alive, so is that possible? I mean, do twins really feel that? Like, I know they sense the same thing, and I know sometimes they have like the same like they like the same colors, or they might like the same girls or stuff like that. But he's saying he felt his brother touch him, and he got up, and he said he was standing by his bed. He expressed this in therapy a couple of times too. It's just weird that my son is experiencing so many different behaviors, being separated from his twin. Like when I brought him home, nobody in my family, nobody will watch him. He was just such a freaking crybaby. Like I never know what was wrong with my son. Like he would just scream, scream, scream. He didn't want to be around nobody. And then when I come back, he'll stop. And now the time gets older and older, and I'm like, yeah, he having these outbursts because he's separated. And I kept trying to Google articles, and he's separated from his identical twin. It's not good to separate identical twins. It's not good. And I think if Sandra was going to do the right thing and have some sympathy and be like, she know what she did. At least I thought she was going to play a smarter role, as if like, damn, I fucked up and I'm getting caught. The time catching up to me. You could have played the shit off, bitch. We could have been the best of friends or something. You could have played the shit off, bitch. You rich? You could have came and knocking on my motherfucking door. You got all my letters. You got all my court documents that I served to you by mail. You should have been a bigger person. And you say you there for the kids and you like to do sponsor for kids and stuff like. How the fuck can you sponsor for kids, bitch, when you stole mines out the hospital? I'm just not understanding. Make it make sense to me. You could have been a bigger person, Sandra Bullock. You could have came to me. You could at least call. Hey, Miracle, I've been getting all your letters. I'm so sorry that you think Lewis is yours, or is he yours? Let's get this DNA test. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that your baby was stolen. I thought I was getting a baby that was adopted. You could have played this shit off, bitch. Like you could have been all my motherfucking kids' godparents. We could have been living happily ever after. But you want to take the hard way out. You want to make the world think I'm crazy. You want to pay people off not to help me. Like this is so hurtful, young. I want my son. That's all I want. I want my son. I demand a DNA test. I demand justice be served. I want all that. All that. And I believe in order for me to do that is I can't file in DC. I need to go where she resides at, and that can be California or Texas. And I don't have no pool in either one of those jurisdictions. I don't know nothing about them states. I will have to call around to try to get answers, and hopefully, I hope my story been surfacing for all these years, for 16 years I've been posting. I hope this is all in California. I hope it's in New Orleans. I need for people to share my video because I'm gonna have to start calling them to see how do I go about it. And then I will have to, get money, and I got kids to take care of. Like this is too much. They got school time, my body don't function right. So I will have to go to another state to file my court documents. Yep. Because I know damn well I don't have no 50,000 damn dollars for a retainer fee for a lawyer to take my case to represent me for Sandra Bullock. I'm not understanding why. A lawyer just can't do the right thing. Like, why is these lawyers acting scared? Y'all acting real scared to go against a fucking celebrity when this is a winnable case, a all the way winnable case. That DNA test gonna be 100% mine because that's my son and their mother knows her child. I don't understand why a lawyer just won't take the case and get paid afterwards. You're gonna be rich as fuck. Like, why you can't do that? Why have a single mom out here suffering? Why have me out here suffering and stressing, trying to hold it together for the rest of my kids? Like, damn. I just know my God say, when you do right to people, you gotta do right to people what you want done to you. You got to give to receive. You got to bless to be blessed. And I swear I do all that and then some, y'all. Even when I don't have for myself, I still give my last. And I've been reaching out for 16 years. 16 damn years for my child. 16 years. I'm so hurt. I just don't understand. Why they gonna try to charge me $50,000? No, me don't have that money, man. Me done waited 16 years for pro bono lawyers that can take the case and, pay if I win or something. Me been filed for all that, man. Me been to all the DC organizations here, man. I even used my low income, my disability. I used all of that shit. Filed my court documents since nobody want to represent me. Man, took my time myself, man. And I went to the library and man, filed documents, man, read up on stuff, man, try to put the little court codes on there to make it look a little professional. Cause I ain't no lawyer, but me trying to make mine professional and type my stuff up. Just so I can get through the foot of the door. And Sandra Bullock lawyer and men start watching the hospital lawyer asked the judge to close my case out prior to basically saying that I don't have no rights. I don't have a lawyer to speak for me, so I shouldn't be heard. That's violating my constitutional rights. I have rights and they're being violated and nothing's being done. People say call NAAPC. No motherfuckers, I called them for 16 damn years. Then we hear people say, call Reverend L. Sharpton. I done seen people call in my story for me. And then they come and hit me in my inbox and they say, they want you to call in personally yourself. And they said they got a lawyer for you. Me even calling Reverend L. Sharpton for what? 3-4 years. And nobody had no lawyer for me, man. So everybody just lying. The news stations, them say, email me what you got so we can see if we can take your story. So me email them my documents, my evidence, and they get the shit. Don't email, don't call, no nothing. So me got to call back to get a response. Then they tell me, we can't do your story. Why? I thought Channel 7 is supposed to be on your side, right? They out here posting these retarded ass stuff on the news that's not even important. And half of the stuff on the news is fake anyway. But something real, my story like mine's, they won't let surface. They won't let surface. But I guarantee you this. When the truth do come out about Sandra Bullock stealing my motherfucking son, I guarantee you when the truth hit the fan and it come out that that child mine, and I know he is, and when I do get my son back, everybody and their motherfucking mother gonna be wanting me to tell my story, and I'm gonna give them my ass to kiss. Cause where the fuck was y'all at when I called and when I gave y'all my evidence for my story? And I supposed to be heard, and they're refusing to allow me on the news. This is not fair. They thinking they gonna scare. They said they told me They don't want to be sued by Sandra. Everybody scared of Sandra? Really? So tell me, why was the only person that allowed me to talk about my story was Kendra G. I thank her for that. Even though I was on her show twice, the second time she acted a little shisty, but that's black people for you. But anyway, my story never changes. She tried to throw a little shade, and I don't like black people like that. When you get money, they think they better than everybody else. People is weird as fuck out here in this world, and that's why this race is so fucked up today. Because it's always the blacks against one another. We can't never come together. Like shit like this, if this was another mother and I seen the story like that, I'll be standing beside her. I'll be marching with her. All us blacks want to do is talk about each other. They don't talk one another. Think we better than each other. Want to spread rumors amongst each other. Want to sleep with everybody baby father or everybody man or woman. Like blacks make me sick, young. And they really do. I love my complexion and my skin, but the blacks, they act so weird and fucked up. It's wrong. You got the Chinese people sticking together. You got the Korean people sticking together. You got the Asian people sticking together. You got Indian motherfuckers sticking together. It's just the black. Why we gotta act like we so ignorant? It's a time to act ignorant and a time not to be ignorant. But when a person is really at their last leg, and when something emergency like this is happening, we all supposed to get up and demand justice. Like, why do it take for a motherfucking nigga to get shot by a cop or to get killed by a cop? Then they want to protest about that. What about my stolen child? What about my stolen child, yo? See, these niggas out here going hard. Okay. They out here wanting to sell drugs, trying to make it to the top. They out here trying to flip $1 into 50 cents. You hear me? Why these motherfuckers get lawyers? Because they got the money, drug money to do so. When I'm a single mom with special needs kids and I'm fighting on my own, not even a fucking father is standing beside me. Fucking bastard, yo. And why I say that is, like I said before, I don't lie about shit. I was a lesbian back then, and I was engaged to my female for 6.5 years. We was together in a relationship, and she wanted a baby, and I couldn't have one, but I was the one that got pregnant when we did these little adult activities with my boy's father, James. Yeah, I know him over 30 years. I'm not the type of person to lay around, sleep around, or lay down with fleas, lay down with a dog and wake up for fleas. I don't do all that. No, I love my body. I love my life. So what I'm saying by that is, I wound up getting pregnant, and I wasn't supposed to be pregnant. I couldn't have kids, remember? And the whole time, like I said, it's no paper trail of me being pregnant. I just kept getting sick and kept collapsing. It was one time the boy's father, I was at the family outing, his family outing, at a get together at a restaurant. And I had swelled up so bad I couldn't even fit behind the steering wheel of my damn car. Why this man had to drive me back to my apartment? Why he had to drive my car back to my appointment, walk me up the stairs, 4 flights of stairs because the elevator went out on me. And nobody was at the hospital with me. Okay. Like I said, I was at work and I was fired on my day off because I kept going to the bathroom. They accused me of stealing freaking money when the whole time I was in labor and not even knowing I was pregnant. And then I had toxemia, but took the icing off the cake. Toxemia. I almost died. That's why my body was bust open. Like my legs were bust open, my arms, everything. Like someone took a machete and just cut me open, man. That's what they did. They tried to cut me open, and it wasn't that. It was the poison coming out of my body, the liquid, all the. What do you call that, man? Too much fluid in my body. That's what we want to say. The fluid. It was too much fluid. So that's what was killing me softly, man. It was killing me softly. And his pussy hole says that these not his kids. He said my son Malik was not his child, right? Who else child is gonna be if I'm a lesbian and I only deal with you? He said that wasn't his child. And then my youngest son, I was not even supposed to have my youngest son. It I wasn't planning to happen at all, period. At all. This man took advantage of me off my pain medicine. I'm passed out, sleep in my bed, and I wake up to this man on top of me. Next thing you know, hmm, I'm pregnant. But it didn't show in my blood or urine. So once again, this didn't happen with one child. This happened to two. My 11-year-old son, they didn't give me no medical treatment with him either. They told me that I wasn't pregnant with him and my pregnancy test was negative. After leaving the doctors, I got back to my house and I collapsed head first as I walked in my front door. As my answer machine was going off, telling me, "Oh, Miss Kaiser, we're so sorry. We made a mistake. We had to do a special test on you. You already know how your body can get." And yes, baby, you do know your body, sweetheart. You are pregnant. And by the looks at the calculation, you're probably due anytime now or another 3 months. And at that specific time, I was 7 months pregnant in labor with my youngest son. So this nigga denied, what I tell you? This is not how we do this. No good, Malachi. Get your butt up right now. You know that cat jump on my counters. Get up and clean your mess up. You 11 years old, got that damn phone glued to your hand, and ain't listen to that damn thing I done told you to do.